do our best to improve, try and make some new signings. I mentioned they're 18 points off the leaders Arsenal. They're 7 off Manchester United in that last top four place. Jamie, I know you're watching this game yesterday.
Yeah.
From what you've seen of Chelsea, some might look at it and think, maybe it's just a bit of bad luck for Chelsea. They just couldn't get it over the line. No. I'm just saying if they saw the scoreline. From what you're seeing of Chelsea, can they make the top four?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think they are going to get in the top four this season. I think they look really average, really boring as well. And I thought Nottingham Forest were good value. First half, Nottingham Forest were they sat in. Chelsea had a lot of the ball, controlled the tempo of the game. Sterling scores, and then they kind of really didn't make anything happen. They tried to play on a counter-attack, Nottingham Forest, and it wasn't quite happening for them. Johnson, I thought, was good in the first half, but that was about it. They come out in the second half, Nottingham Forest, and they went for it. They were at Chelsea from the first minute of the second half, and Chelsea couldn't deal with it. They ended up scoring, got right back into the game. Nottingham Forest, I thought, were really good value. And then Graham Potter made a couple of changes and settled it down. But I really weren't impressed with Chelsea. I thought they were bang average. And, they don't really look like they're going to cut you open. They don't look like they're going to hurt you. They don't look physical enough. They look really... Jamie Carragher was on Sky talking, and I was watching the game for Sky, and he said they look soft. And he was absolutely right. It's exactly what they are. They are soft, Chelsea. They look like Brighton. That's what they look like. Good side, will play good football, but they ain't going to win. They're not going to win trophies. Like I don't look at Chelsea and think they're going to win trophies this side. They look very average, weak in midfield, weak up front. If it wasn't for Thiago Silva at the back, I'd say they were poor at the back. Koulibaly, I don't know what they've seen in him because I think he's miles off it. Thiago Silva's an absolute Rolls Royce. The rest of them, not convinced at all. Bang average.
So, Jamie, the question to you on this is about Chelsea as a team, and you mentioned they're like Brighton. Are they a good version of Brighton, or a poor, or a bad version, or or is Graham Potter's system, or either tactically flawed, as in the way they play is counter-attack football that doesn't serve them the best? And that, for me, I'm watching them like you.
I don't think they play counter-attack though, Tone. I think they just...
Well, they keep the ball for long periods.
They keep the ball. I mean, that's not counter-attack, though. They keep the ball for a long time and don't really do anything with it. They don't cut you open. They don't play through. There's no purpose. They're not trying to play through the lines. They move it. Thiago Silva puts his foot on it, and then they'll pass. It'll pass. And then it goes out to Sterling or Pulisic, and, I'm not convinced that they're really making anything happen. They're not cutting teams open. And I just think, I look at the players and I think, where's the monsters in their team? Where's the real leaders who are going to get the game by the scruff of the neck? As I said, apart from Thiago Silva, I look at the team and think, you look quite weak. Pulisic, weak. Sterling,
was terrific in the World Cup, Pulisic, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was okay. Yeah, I mean, he's not well beater. He's not well beater. Sterling, he's good. I'm talking physicality, monsters. When I think of Chelsea, I think Drogba, Lampard, Ballack, John Terry, Carvalho, Peter Cech. I look at their side and Kepa. He's not a monster. Azpilicueta, not a monster. Cucurella, physically not massive. Jorginho, weak. Sterling, physically not massive. Pulisic, Havertz, Conor Gallagher. I don't see any players in their team who goes, he's a beast. He's a monster. He's gonna take us somewhere. I just think they look like Brighton.
It's going to be Romelu Lukaku, wasn't it?
That was the hope. That was the hope, but all indications say that he definitely wants to leave Chelsea and hopes that a deal can be struck that he can leave and move permanently back to Italy. But as Graham Potter was saying there, he wants some signings in January, and maybe they'll get these beast
They need a centre forward.
Players.
They need a centre forward.
They've needed one for a while.
They're desperate for a centre forward.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.